90 Days, 90 Reasons. Andrew Sean Greer is the author of 4 works of fiction, mostly the story of a marriage. And his reason, number 5, to re-elect President Barack Obama is 3 words, or, well, actually 6 words. Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court. In 2008, when a number of my friends, including my mother, were disappointed not to have Hillary Clinton as the first female party candidate in history and were considering not voting in protest, I would say, I understand. But Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court. And I did understand. We would talk about the history of women being pushed aside to allow a man to flourish, and I would say, yes, that's a totally legitimate frustration. Your anger is justifiable, but Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court. The fact is, I am an Obama fan, but I've never tried to persuade anybody that he is the exact representation of their political outlook. It's not necessary because Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court. After George W. Bush's presidency, we were looking at a court with 4 vacancies in the near future. Obama filled 2 of those vacancies in his first term with women. Pretty amazing women. Pretty amazing women who the right tried to tear down in some of the most disgusting confirmation hearings I've ever come across. Hints at lesbianism, reverse racism, etc. But they made it. They are justices on the Supreme Court for life. And without these women, the Affordable Health Care Act would be dust right now. After all, many call the Roberts Court the most conservative court in history. That what we now have, 2 more vacancies looming in the future, of liberal justices Stephen Breyer and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Oh, why did it have to be a liberal one? Please tell me Scalia is going and so is Thomas. Court humor. If Romney is there to nominate them, there would be a right-wing Supreme Court for the most of the remainder of my life. The average retirement age of a justice is 78.7, or 78 years old, 79. Chief Justice Roberts is only 57. What will come up before the court? Certainly gay marriage, certainly more aspects of healthcare law, almost absolutely the abortion right will bring every pet cause to their rubber stamp court. It will almost not matter at all who controls the other branches of government when the court can single-handedly undo all progress made since the 1950s. Civil rights, equal protection clauses, collective bargaining rights, immigration law, gun control, UN Charter, government wiretapping, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, eminent domain, not to mention deciding election controversies like the one in 2000. If you like the Citizens United decision where corporations as people can anonymously fund political candidates and essentially purchase elections, then you're going to love what will happen down the pike if Obama is not in office. And hey, I love this guy. I have dozens of reasons I've been overjoyed with the Obama's presidency, and for sure a couple where I want to text him late at night with WTF or even wonder what if Hillary had been in office. But I always shake myself out of it and say, Andy, remember, Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court.